Mickey Talks.
Hey, everybody. It is show 58, Mickey Talks. Thank you so much. Brought to us by Barnes Paving and all the great people associated with them. You can find them right now at barnespaving.com. That's BARNES paving.com. Or give them a call, 443-243-3710 to get a free consultation now. Make sure you mention Mickey Talks to get 10% off at Barnes Paving and let them help you with all of your paving and asphalt needs. Speaking of which, our sponsor, the Barnes family, Doug's son is a professional race car driver.
You told me that, actually. He was in the big NASCAR race.
No,
right?
He's won whatever. I think it's cars.com or something the Cars series. I forget what it's called. He's on the number 88 car, though. He drives the number 88 car in that. And we're going to have him on the show soon. He's going to call into the show and we'll have him on. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to once we get the monitor set up in here properly.
Little changes every day. And of course, we have Paul Manna coming in tomorrow.
Paul Manna, one of the best concert and event promoters in town. Honored he's going to be on.
To an event in the Baltimore, Maryland area or a festival, you've been to something that 24/7 Entertainment or Paul has put together.
Absolutely. Paul's the best. Love the guy. Can't wait to speak with him tomorrow. Also, Matt, I wanted to tell you a lot going on. The people on Rumble, we got off the air yesterday. We saw donations. We're just blown away. I mean, sadly, the way our studio is set up, we can't read comments in real time.
But that's happening. That's what we're saying. That's happening. Hopefully, by next week, we're going to have that ability.
If we keep raising money like we've been doing, that we're literally putting right back into the show.
Right.
Neither one of us are making money yet.
Yeah.
But it's building this show. So to all of you on Rumble who can donate, put the Venmo up, Matt. If people on YouTube, Facebook, if you'd like to donate, please see the link on the screen right here, right there. Feel free. If you're on Rumble and you've donated, my God, thank you so much. It's beyond words what's happening for us.
We should have gotten names. Isn't one micro die tool maker?
Some micro tool maker. Oh, you put me on the spot.
I know.
And
we're going to get it together, you guys.
They're
Seriously,
amazing. Everybody on there
truly grateful.
Just amazing. And we're figuring out how to do the rants and all that for you guys and read them. So please just know we're not taking advantage of you or not appreciating you. We just don't have the technology. We're trying to figure it out. I might even figure it out during this show with my phone or a way to do it. I'm just trying not to be so distracted while doing the show and keeping track of everything else.
Most guys are doing this on their computer. We're in a studio where we don't have screens and things in front of us, so we can't see the people donating to us right now, but we're getting that hooked up.
Yeah, we are more of like being in a television studio.
Yeah. And
we just talk and Matt switches the cameras. But we really can't see chat rooms unless we stop and, whatever. But, man,
thanks for growing with us.
Oh, my God. It's been incredible, Matt. You know what, buddy? It's just you and I today. Let's get right into it. Once again, brought to us by Barnes Paving. Incredible people. Make sure you mention Mickey Talks when you reach out to them. Here it is, the best damn hour and a half news you've ever seen in your life, or however long it's going to be today. This is That's the Facts. Matt, what do we got, buddy?
Yeah, so we usually start with Diddy. We'll get into Diddy in a second, but this just came through. Harvey Weinstein guilty of sexual assault in his retrial. So they found him guilty of sexually assaulting former production assistant Miriam Haley. Earlier today, following a retrial in New York after his 2020 conviction was overturned.
Wow.
A jury of 7 women and 5 men deliberated 5 days before convicting him on one of 3 charges. He was acquitted of assaulting model Kaja Sokola, and no verdict has been reached on the rape charge involving actress Jessica Mann. Weinstein, already sentenced to 16 years in Los Angeles, remains hospitalized due to poor health. His spokesperson said the trial was fair until we got to the jury deliberations. He was alleging that some of the jurors had preconceived notions and used Weinstein's past as evidence of guilt.
Yeah, I mean, good. Whatever, another technicality bullshit thing, right? On the other charge. Yeah. I get it. I went home last night and felt bad because I thought about what you said. Like, you have to have those safeguards for the innocent so they just can't railroad people.
Yeah.
But there has to be like an amendment, I think, when all other evidence is overwhelmingly convincing. I don't see how a clerical or a technicality of that nature should destroy the entire process.
I mean, their legal team argued that all encounters were consensual. And at this point, this guy is a broken man, old man who's in jail, probably with no money left. What motive do they have to go after this guy?
Well, first of all, fuck that guy.
No, I'm saying if they're just out for money, there's no incentive other than this guy did it.
Well, he's got hundreds of millions of dollars.
You think he still has money?
Miramax?
Yeah, I don't know, man. After all this,
dude, you don't think
legal problems?
It was him and his brother owned the company.
Yeah,
trust me, Harvey Weinstein ain't hurting for nickels. Well, trust me,
he ain't spending them probably except to survive in jail. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even have a problem if they said, "Look, we dropped all the charges except we doused him in a liquid that makes his dick rot off in 4 months, and then slowly he'll die of a skin rash." I'd be fine letting him out.
That's not cruel, unusual punishment.
It's both. Because I think the law says cruel or unusual, but I think if it's both, it's a technicality.
Didn't say cruel and unusual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I forget who it is. I think it's Mike Stork, comedian.
Yeah.
Has one of the greatest jokes of all time. He talks about, like, if, you get to pick your last meal when you get the death penalty. And he said that he wants to eat like 5 pounds of uncooked popcorn if he gets the electric chair. And that way when they fry him, popcorn will just shoot out of his ass.
That's how you want to go out, man.
That is one of the funniest things. Hey, Matt, I just realized, we thanked all those Rumble people in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a chance really to let them log on yet. So I do want to say once again to the Rumble folks.
Watch the beginning of the show. Get here a little earlier, will you?
Yeah, but please know how grateful we are to everyone on Rumble, especially. We don't really, I'm trying to figure out how to read the chat rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's difficult when you're doing the show. Like you said earlier, a lot of the guys that do this do it with a laptop or just a little webcam. I mean, I wish, we should do.
We're getting screens. So by next week, hopefully next week, we're getting screens.
I have an amazing idea, man.
And we're so grateful for the donation. So thank you.
You ready, Matt?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Watch this.
Good Lord.
Dude,
man.
I'm going to show everybody something.
All right.
All right. Put that camera on.
It's on you.
No. The guest camera. Put it on that. Okay. This is what our studio looks like compared to a regular podcast guy. It's a real
show them our mess
studio. But the point is, it's not just like a laptop or something. It's crazy. All right, put the camera on you.
All right. Yeah. Mickey is reattaching the camera right now. We need to do a little cleaning in here, Mick. I just just realized that as you pan the camera around our studio.
Well, listen, Matt.
Little vacuum, little dusting in here.
Listen, baby.
Picking up.
Baby steps. Yesterday, you didn't even notice. I vacuumed yesterday. I cleaned. You had so much trash on that. I'm kidding. It's all me. I'm kidding. We actually talked about that.
We
how neat.
And last Thursday.
We did. We're going to do it. Yeah. We said Thursday's our cleaning day.
That's right. Tomorrow's our cleaning day. We should really clean before Paul Manna comes in here tomorrow.
He's not that special.
Come on.
He doesn't deserve maid service. So to everyone on Rumble, thank you. To those of you on YouTube, you can see that the Venmo's there. People have been donating. We're blown away by the generosity of people.
Thank you.
And that's all it is. It is sheer, genuine generosity. You people are amazing, and we love you. So thank you.
All right, Diddy Day 20. Diddy's most recent ex-girlfriend was on the stand for a fourth day. Jane is the name she went under. Will resume cross-examination. She spent the longest time under oath other than any other witness for the prosecution. The defense team tried to paint Jane as a willing participant in Diddy's freak-offs. They shared with the jury many of the raunchy sex between Diddy and Jane as they fantasized about the next freak-off.
Is Jane a pseudonym?
Yes.
Hiding her, so it's like Jane Ho or whatever. Jane Doe. I apologize. I shouldn't say that. That's horrible.
Diddy and Jane, so they fantasize in these text messages back and forth.
Yeah.
Or watched adult videos to select the next male escort to hire. Jane testified that she tried to understand her unusual relationship with Diddy and why he liked to watch her have sex with other men. When a defense attorney asked if Diddy was a voyeur, Jane replied, quote, "I would use the word cuck. A man in a relationship who is turned on by watching a woman have sex with another man."
Yeah.
She described the polyamorous relationship they had with Diddy's personal trainer, whose side gig was being a male escort. They called themselves the trifecta and compared themselves to 3 basketball greats.
They should have called themselves the Tri-Infected. That's what they should have tried. By the way,
don't you want to know which basketball greats they thought they were?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Matt, let me ask you, I shouldn't ask you, so I'll answer it.
Yeah.
Like hearing that part, like what he's into, that doesn't bother me one bit. If a couple like experiences that and a guy likes watching his girl do that, whatever, like I have never judged anyone's sexuality or what turns them on. But when you force people to do things that they don't want to do, then it's fucking gross. Right? Like if a couple, and it
may not even been like explicit, implicit that he threatened them. It could have been that, he's got things over their head.
Yeah.
Like the rent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think people like here, I would describe him as a cuck. Like, who gives a shit if you're into that?
Yeah.
That's like no different to me than he's a voyeur. He's an exhibitionist. It's all those that people like what they like. You know what I'm saying? That's not the problem for me.
Right.
I don't care. And listen, if all participants are willing and enjoying it, how is it wrong? Do you agree with that?
Well, of course, I think that's
I'm talking about sexually.
This is what the whole trial is about.
Right.
Was she there willingly,
right,
or was it because she felt pressured to do this because she was afraid of him?
It could be both too. You
True.
know what I mean? It can be both. Like she could have been
turned into that.
Right. Bingo. I think what happens is people tend to get into things and then they realize, I could use this as a weapon against that person.
Yeah.
Right. And that, like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Amber Heard thought she had him over by the barrel because if I say these things about Johnny Depp, his career's over. And he had the ultimate comeback. Say it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Yeah. I like drinking, doing drugs, having sex. I'm open book.
Yeah.
Don't you shit in my bed, lady. Like, let's not get carried away. How do you think she felt when that picture came out in court and she took a shit in a bed? Who do you think?
I think that whole thing went down in burning flames for her. She thought she had the upper hand and it took a giant nosedive.
Yeah, because I think people
ruined her career. She left the country, didn't she?
Yeah. I think she lives in Shitsylvania now. Shitsville.
Yeah. So Jane said that she participated in the freak offs to make Diddy happy. He gave her a nickname, Crack Pipe.
Who did he give that nickname to?
Jane.
The same girl.
Called her Crack Pipe.
Why did he call her Crack Pipe? Does it say?
He couldn't get enough of Jane because he couldn't.
He was addicted to her. Got it.
Diddy paid for her travel, her child, and their 3,500 square foot rental in L.A. So that's a lot over her head.
Yeah, I mean, when you're, what's that word? Depend on someone.
You're dependent
on someone, and then they do shit like that. That's where it's fucking gross.
I mean, not only that, he had videos of them drugged and doing these sex acts.
Yeah, that's all blackmail.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Awful.
You got anything out there that could come back to haunt you?
And any kind of like, what do you mean, like video or
something?
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, you got any of that shit? I got tons of it. I know I do.
I don't know. I mean, we grew up in the 80s, man. So nothing.
No, I mean, like
video cameras.
Like what I mean is like, there are things I think like, I don't want to ask you that question, but like I'll just talk for myself. Like I made sex videos, right? When people that I was very close with, right? I would never in a million years hurt someone with that. Like, what would that benefit me? Even if they fail because of it, why would I do that?
You're not a psychopath. Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm close. I can tell you that much. I'm pretty close. But like, I don't know, man. I just think people have gotten to a point where it's like, we all pretend that we're not all fucking weird in some way. But what the thing you're right about is this trial shows the difference of how kinks or things like that can absolutely haunt a human being. 70 years ago, if you were a man and you were found with another man and you were an actor in Hollywood, your career was over.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Rock Hudson found out he was gay?
Well, I know the story.
But you know what I'm saying? Like when that came public in the 80s, older women like flipped the fuck out. Like, how could I love a guy that was gay? He was so masculine. He was, well, first of all, he's an actor. Like he's acting that way, but he also wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it really, but I think you know what I mean. Like, I don't know why people get punished for things that they like if no one's getting hurt.
I don't think, there are going to be people who judge him for
there's
for
always
these
people that
acts,
judge
but
everything.
That's not what this trial's about, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I got no problem with anything if nobody's getting hurt.
Of course.
I really don't. I don't judge people like that. I know plenty of people that do, though, to judge people on shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My new thing I like doing, I don't know if you would do this or not, Matt. Do you like calling people out, like when you see bullshit?
Well, it depends on what it is.
Hypocrisy.
Depends. You got to pick your battles. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I've started recently picking every fucking one of them I could. I don't know if I'm just like because I know all the things I've been hypocritical about in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm truly trying to change all that and just being really bluntly honest with people and powerfully asserting what I truly think.
If they're taking advantage of you, sure. But, if it's just you calling somebody out on Facebook for being a hypocrite, you don't want to go down that. I learned a long time ago not to get into Facebook arguments.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah.
I don't get into it on social media.
Right.
Because it's too easy to win. Because all you got to do anytime that shit happens is logic. Logic always tells the truth.
I don't know, man. I used to think that.
I believe it's the facts. They don't have to accept the facts.
Right.
But I get to a point.
I'm just saying there's no point. There's no good outcome from that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I think I found a way to say hi in Rumble.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time paying attention because it's too distracting. Hey, it worked. I just said hi to everybody on Rumble.
The screen next to you is a bad idea, man.
I know. I got to get off, but I just wanted to thank
your
everyone.
Shiny metal thing over there. I'm going to go on to the next story.
Go ahead, buddy.
You fool around and say hi. There's a man who's facing heavy jail time for posing as a flight attendant. Florida man facing up to 30 years in prison for pretending to be a flight attendant to book free airline flights.
How long did he do it?
I'm not sure how long, but he booked an awful lot of flights. The Justice Department said yesterday that Tehran Alexander was convicted of wire fraud and unlawfully entering a secure airport area under false pretenses. Prosecutors said that Alexander pretended to be a flight attendant, providing fake badge numbers and hire dates through 7 different airlines. Before he was caught, Alexander managed to book more than 120 free flights.
Oh, my
he's set to be sentenced in August. Reminds me of Catch Me If You Can, the movie.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that guy shouldn't be fined. He should be hired.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what happened. He works for the FBI now.
Who
right?
that guy? That Catch Me If You Can guy? Yeah. You ever see
Frank Abagnale?
You ever see the documentary on him? Not the movie, the actual documentary.
I don't know. I should because I've read that book and I've seen that movie a bunch of times.
Dude, the FBI, they when they finally caught him, they were like, "You're the greatest."
Yeah, I mean, he knew all the tricks of the trade.
That guy was amazing, man. Amazing. Have you ever?
I also read that a lot of the stuff in the movie, unfortunately, they embellished. I don't
they
think
have
he did
to.
everything
Right.
in there, which kind of disappoints me, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Matt, the chat room, right? I just want to mention it because it is part of what we do
for Rumble.
Yeah. Moonshine Mitch. Hey, Mickey, I have been watching you ever since I saw you on Joe Rambo and Friends. Just this community on Rumble. I just want to acknowledge it, Matt, because they've embraced us, in a micro way compared to those other people. But just thank you. I'm going to get off that page. Of course,
and for people that don't know, Rumble is kind of like another platform.
Like another platform
YouTube.
For YouTube. Yeah, that's it. And they've been unbelievable. So thank you to everyone on Rumble and for your donations that we can't see during the show because we don't know how to read this thing. Yeah. Yeah, but that guy, man, he should definitely That guy will be hired somewhere in an airport somewhere.
I mean, yeah, I wonder what's good. I mean,
He
says he's facing 30 years.
Yeah, he ain't getting 30. I'll be amazed if he gets 5.
I mean, it's amazing that he was able to do that and actually book flights.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think you could do that?
No.
You
No,
could
I
pull
don't.
something like that off.
I'm not organized.
Yeah.
That's my biggest downfall in life. I'm smart enough. I know how to do it. I just can't get it all in order.
You would have to get like a flight attendant outfit and like a fake badge and badge number. You'd be like, you just act like you know what you're doing. Kind of like we're talking like with concerts. If you want to get into a concert,
I told you about how I met the Pope,
you wear
right?
a laminate around your neck, you get a walkie-talkie, and you just act like you know where you're going.
You remember the story about how I was 15 feet from the Pope, right?
Yeah.
I just walked in like I owned the place.
Right
in that big garage door. What's up, guys? I had a fake walkie-talkie in my hand. That's all I had.
That's hilarious.
What's up, guys? Hey, man.
Mick, you remember the raccoon that was found with the meth pipe?
Oh, my God, in that car?
Yeah.
Yeah, then he found the second one when the cop took the first one?
I'm going to let people check this out real quick.
Yeah,
so
go ahead, play it. That's hilarious.
Raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my God!
Her meth pipe. All right, that's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
Well,
that.
that's why I'm gonna do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on orange. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
I'll be out in a minute after that.
A few minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what she's smoking meth
Watch
in.
this one smokes it.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
Watch.
Oh, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way.
Oh, my God, that's so...
All right, enough fun and games.
Here.
Is there a follow-up to that?
Holy hell.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's unclear for the raccoon what's going to happen here. The saga of Chewy the raccoon continues. Chewy made those headlines for that video right there that you saw. It was a traffic stop in Akron, Ohio. And Chewy was found sitting in the driver's seat as you watch with the meth pipe. The owner admitted she did not have a permit to keep the animal as a pet and vowed never to surrender Chewy to wildlife officials. The state allows raccoons to be kept as pets if they are bought from an approved breeder and the owner has a permit. No wild raccoons can be legally kept as a pet. So on Monday, Paige Vidal said she bought Chewy online, but she cannot find her bill of sale. The wildlife officers, said that they were going to put him in a rehab. They would euthanize him because that's what they wanted to do before. That's what she was saying. In the meantime, Paige Vidal has been indicted on felony drug charges, facing seven total charges, according to Summit County court records arising out of her arrest from May.
Dude, it's one of the greatest vermin stories of all time. It may be on the Mount Rushmore of vermin stories.
Well, I've got more raccoon news, Mick.
Fucking raccoon smoking crack.
A mule riding criminal was arrested for releasing a raccoon inside a business. 40-year-old man from Kentucky. His name is Jonathan Mason. He was arrested for releasing a wild raccoon into a bar. He allegedly did it because they'd thrown him out and warned him not to return. So, what do you do when you get thrown out, man? You go get a wild rabid raccoon and you throw it in the bar.
Makes perfect sense to me. I swear to God, I know a guy that brought a snake in one time and threw it in a bar.
Is that right?
I swear to you, on Bel Air Road.
That's not. Well, listen what this guy did.
I was not there, but I've heard the story from 20 different people.
Wow.
Guy got thrown out. He went home. 25 minutes later, walked back in and threw the snake.
What kind of a snake?
I don't know, but it's a biting one. It was a biting one. For real. It bit somebody.
Oh my God.
They beat the crap out of this dude. And another guy took his snake and kept it for like 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy story.
The police said that they were familiar with this guy who's known as Cowboy Cody.
What's up, Cody?
Back in December, he drunkenly rode a mule into a liquor store. The mule was taken away by police. And then a few days after that, Jonathan was hammered again and unsuccessfully tried to retake the mule. So he was arrested.
It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
It's so funny, man. I just never understood people's infatuation with owning a snake.
Yeah, it hasn't been my thing, man. You know about Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, he had pretty much a zoo in his house for the longest time.
I told Slash.
I grew up with somebody who had snakes and lizards in their house.
I knew a guy named Pete when I was younger. He's good friends with Gray Manna, who I was in a band with, his brother, I think Gino, was friends with this guy Pete, and he had like an insane amount of snakes, like just an insane amount. And he would always say, "Hey man, you ever want to come over and check them out?" And I'm always like, "Yeah, I'm not coming until they're all gone." Like snakes, bugs, all that shit. I freak out on them.
I'm not
man.
a fan of it either. Yeah, and I just thought about this. In addition to the snakes and lizards that this girl owned that I knew, she also owned tarantulas, and they would
that's another.
They would shed, and she would like keep their shells. And do you want to hold it? And I'm like, of course not.
Yeah, why the fuck? Like, what is wrong with people?
I don't know, man. Some people love that stuff.
This is what I want to explain to people. Like a lot of times, I'm looking at the camera, Matt, but I'm talking to you as well. Okay, but I'm going to look right here. If you're a human being, hundreds of thousands of years ago, other human beings like you lived on this earth. We didn't have houses. We didn't have anything. We had caves. And we would go out in the world and we would see animals and we would go, all right, we can eat that one, right? We can shed that one, skin that one after we eat it and make clothes. Like we learned. Then there was a bunch of animals we met and we went, yeah, I don't know what the fuck we can do with them, but we got to stay the fuck away from them, right?
Haven't we been avoiding these animals for most of our lives?
Hundreds of thousands of years, we stayed the fuck away from all of them. Yeah. It's like people that own tigers.
Yeah, Mike Tyson had tigers.
Yeah, like,
right?
and I'm not talking about him because I don't want to talk about him. Besides Mike Tyson.
By the way,
we
were talking yesterday about people and gorillas.
Yeah.
There was, I forgot, I remembered this after the show.
Mm-hmm.
There was a famous story about Mike Tyson wanting to pay a zookeeper $10,000 to fight a gorilla.
That gorilla would have killed Mike Tyson
ripped him apart
in 6 seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
Literally, first of all, you couldn't hurt it. If Mike Tyson punched that gorilla as hard as he could in his face, the gorilla might move for a second, but the next shot landed, Tyson's head will be off of his shoulders.
Get my faith off.
Yeah. You make fun of him. I'm not. That's ludicrous.
Love you, Mike.
I would never do that. That's ludicrous. When I was younger, I told him I'd eat your family. I wanted to eat a tiger. Tigers are beautiful.
Can I borrow some tiger food, please? My tigers are all out of tiger food.
The thing I loved about Mike when he talks, like, especially now, he's like philosophical.
Yeah.
But every sentence sounds like the end of the story, but he keeps going. Like, it's like, I used to own tigers and I loved them. But it's always somewhere for tiger. They can be crazy. It's like every sentence you're like, he's going to keep going. Okay.
Yeah, Mike's kind of like a tiger, right? You don't want to sit in a room with him too long because he might get mad and bite you.
I literally, if I ever met him, I would be humble enough to say to him, first of all, I would address him as Mr. Tyson until he told me not to.
Yeah.
Right? I would recognize the fact that he could kill me if he was 30 years older than me. He's one of the baddest men that ever lived, arguably the greatest boxer, some would say, or at least the greatest knockout artist. If I was around him, it would just be like I'm sitting next to the president. Like, I would be so respectful. You know, if I was going to make a joke, I would say
it would be like sitting next to a wild tiger.
Yes.
Like you just so cool and amazing, but
except I don't think the tiger would just have a random thought and then beat the shit out of me. Mike is liable to just be sitting there. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of something. Let me kill you.
Kill you.
Yeah. Like, I don't think the tiger, but Mike Tyson wouldn't last 12 seconds with a gorilla.
No,
there's not a human alive.
Of course not. That guy did him a favor.
Have you seen the ad? Like that article that's been going around, 100 men versus a gorilla. The gorilla would win. 100 men.
Yeah, I heard that, they have strength and power, but they don't have a lot of stamina. So, like the guys at the end of the 100 men, the last men would have a big advantage.
They ain't coming because when they see the first 40 torn in half.
I mean, please, of course,
you're not doing
what motivation would you have to stick around
once you
to fight
kill
that gorilla?
The first 13 people in 4 seconds, I think the other 87 goes, fuck it, I'm out.
Guess it's time to get out of the gorilla pit.
Yeah, sorry, Billy. I was behind you till he took your spleen out and shoved it up his own ass. Not interested anymore. Yeah, no way. I wouldn't fight Mike Tyson with 100 men, let alone a gorilla.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know that gorilla could literally grab 2 of you at the same time one in each hand, and throw you.
Yeah.
Like, people don't get, they can break a polar bear's back.
Or do you ever see the gorilla's jaw and the teeth? I mean, the giant fangs that are in that teeth. Dude, I mean, he could probably bite your face off.
I think they can bite through bone. Like our skull. I think they can pierce the skull. I might be wrong about that.
And they're not meat eaters, are they?
They're carnivores.
They're carnivores.
I mean, vegetarians. Fruit and vegetables.
Crazy.
And I'll tell you the other thing. We talked about it yesterday. I do have a gorilla infatuation. Like, I watch a lot of gorilla videos.
Yeah.
Like zookeepers, which I'm mad at them.
I'm not judging you, Mick.
But I do love the videos because when they're happy, it's like having like a huge dumb friend that would protect you from everything.
Well, you ever see like Coco? Like when Coco interacted with Robin Williams. Do you remember all those old videos? God,
dude.
Yeah. They're intelligent.
Oh, they're 99% human.
Yeah.
Maybe not the silverbacks, the chimps are, but the silverbacks, I mean, and the alpha of a silverback.
I mean, it knew sign language. You can communicate through sign language.
Yeah. I mean, they're brilliant animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so fucking strong.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we could domesticate gorillas, what you could get them to do for you? Imagine you own a brick company.
Yeah.
And the job is you got to load all these bricks on a truck. 12 guys could spend 8 hours. Gorilla be done in 40 minutes.
Right. Or like collecting garbage around neighborhoods.
Yeah. Just picking up whole trash cans.
Well, there's going to be robots for all this stuff.
Oh, we can hope.
Yeah.
By the way, I got some feedback on my sex with the robot talk yesterday.
Did you? What is it?
I think a lot of people were on my side, Matt. I had some guys saying it to me, reaching out saying, dude, if it got to that point where the robot was like just as good as a woman, I'm down. Like, I got it. Still creeps you out a little bit.
I'm not judging anybody.
You definitely are. You're definitely judging me. And I'm proud of you for judging me, to be honest. You never judge anything.
I'm just picturing you with C-3PO.
What was the droid? Didn't he have like a girlfriend in one of them, like a female version?
C-3PO?
Yeah. I think it was double C, if you know what the other C stands for.
Must have. Mickey.
I can do that voice. I can't do that voice. Oh, hello, sir. What is it I could do for you today?
Oh, Master Mickey, I do not consent.
I can't do the voice good enough to compete with you. I'm going to have you make me a horrible. C-3PO sex tape.
Mine is horrible.
Just audio, please. I don't want to look at you while you do it. I'm going to write a list of things dirty that I want you to say in C-3PO's voice to start training me. I'm going to bang a robot before the end of the year.
Master Mickey, this is inappropriate.
Oh, my God.
Well, also inappropriate was buying people's bathwater. You remember we talked about how Sydney Sweeney is selling her bath soap, which includes her bathwater?
Yeah.
Well, apparently scalpers are now taking advantage of this. They're the real winners here. It's Dr. Squatch's Sydney's Bathwater Bliss was quickly gobbled up by fans and a few opportunists who are now trying to resell it for profit. In some instances, sellers are trying to lock in a sale at a markup of 20,000%. So currently on eBay, you can see bars for as much as $1,600, or you can pay as little as $10 for a picture of the soap and its packaging. I don't understand that quite.
I don't get it either, brother.
Yeah.
No clue, man.
Yeah.
None.
Gritty from the mascot from the Philadelphia Flyers hockey team, wanted in on some of this action, and Gritty is now offering some soap made from its bathwater. And they said, quote, price is double whatever Sydney Sweeney is charging, your best offer.
Jesus God. Yeah. Would you buy somebody's bathwater?
No,
I wouldn't either.
Disgusting.
What about,
unless it was a robot.
Okay. Selma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn. She takes a bath, and then she leaves a cup of the bath water on the sink. You're not going to take it, put it in a water bottle, save it, and take it in your room?
It's gross.
I wouldn't do it either.
Bottle of bacteria water.
How awful.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm joking, dude. Drink it.
Oh, God. So, man, tell me how mad you'd be about this, Mick.
All right.
There is an airline who has canceled all their flights and ceased operations because they went bankrupt.
Good. I don't want them to keep flying, but no money.
Well, you don't even like flying.
No, I hate it.
Well, if you were planning to fly into or out of Florida on Silver Airways, your flight has been canceled because the airline has shut down. The small regional airline based in Fort Lauderdale abruptly canceled all flights today and announced its ceasing operations. The airline, which served Florida, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean, posted the news on social media, telling customers, please do not go to the airport. How would you like that message right before you're about to fly out to the Bahamas or, Jamaica or something?
That'd be a pretty tough one.
Oh,
That'd be a hard pill to swallow, my friend.
Yeah.
Really would.
Never had anything like that, except for my wedding, actually, because
Your wedding got canceled? What the hell?
It didn't get canceled, but pretty close, man. We had a destination wedding.
Uh-huh.
And it was in February. So, we wanted to appreciate the beautiful weather on the island. And it was beautiful, 80 degrees there, except it was a blizzard back home. So we almost did not make it out of Baltimore to get there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. The day I flew to, where the hell did I go? I forget where I had to go. I've never experienced this. You know how I hate flying anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's snowing like crazy. And I'm like, oh my God. But then the guy at the airport says, believe it or not, once you fly through the clouds of a snowstorm and you get up above it, it's some of the calmest flying there is.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because of the barometric, whatever that shit is, right? So he goes, going through will be a little rough in the beginning, but you'll be fine. So we taxi out and then we stop. And I see all these trucks pull up and they start hosing down the plane with this pink liquid.
Oh yeah, because you don't want ice on the wings, right?
I had no idea what the fuck it was.
They're de-icing.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? And the guy next to me is like, whoa, bro, this is good. They're just de-icing. I'm not kidding you. We take off 6 minutes. I'm probably like, oh my God, bumps here, bumps there. Yeah, and all of a sudden, and it felt like you were just floating.
Wow.
And you could hear that sound in an airplane of just, and I was it was so comfortable. And I look at the other guy and I'm like, you're right, dude. This is amazing. He goes, yeah, man, flying's actually really safe. It's the safest way to travel. And I was like, I disagree. And he was like, name a safer way. I went, walking. Like, if you
depends on where you're walking.
You know what though? If you crash while you're walking, it's like a 14-inch drop.
Well, you can get hit by a car.
But Matt, come on. Do more people? I guess more people die a year hit by a car than airplanes, right?
Car accidents. I don't know about pedestrians being hit though. I don't know.
So then it goes back to my argument. Okay. Walking might be safer. I'm going to look it up.
You win. Walk to the islands.
I wanted to see if you remembered in the first 30 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
And we're already past it, so I'm going to bring it up. Do you remember what I had to do today?
No, what'd you have to do?
What'd you tell me? What'd I say I was going to do by Monday? See? And you're in charge of everything?
Yeah.
Supposed to write a short book, right?
Oh, the book. Yeah.
Remember what I was supposed to write last night?
Did you do it?
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
You want to hear my preface or whatever it's called?
What's the preface? What's the title of the book again?
Shut the Fuck Up. It's a self-help motivator book, and it's called Shut the Fuck Up. I'm not kidding. You think I'm joking. So let me read this to you.
Okay.
All right, let me find it.
It's be on the children's bestseller list before you know it.
All right, let's not get carried away. Where is it? Here we go. You ready? You ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
Hit me with it.
All right, let me just make sure I got it right. Okay. Seriously, just shut the fuck up for a second. You'll get it. The world is loud. Your boss is loud. Your crazy uncle at Thanksgiving is definitely loud. Your own inner monologue's louder than anybody. Well, God bless its little cotton socks is probably the loudest of all. And somewhere in that, God, I can't read. I'm so blind. But I did write it. Somewhere in that cacophony, you're trying to figure out how to navigate this absurd existence without spontaneously combusting into a pile of glitter and existential dread. That's where this book comes in. It's not a self-help guide because, honestly, who needs more unsolicited advice? It's not a memoir because, let's be real, my life is interesting enough for me, but probably not for your weekend read. Weekend read. It's going to be literally you sit down at the toilet once to read the whole book. Anyway, and it's definitely not a philosophical testimony, because if you're looking for deep meaning, you're probably in the wrong aisle. No, this is a collection of thoughts, rants, observations, and hopefully a few laughs, all designed to make you feel a little less alone in your own private hell of inner screaming and everyone else annoying you. It's about those moments when you just want to scream, hey, shut the fuck up, at the top of your lungs. But instead, you bottle it up, smile politely, and then stew in a silent rage that could power a small city and lead to you driving your own car into a small village. Consider this your permission slip to let go of the polite smiles and embrace the glorious, messy truth of it all. It's about finding the humor in the exasperating, the ridiculousness in the sublime, and the sweet relief of finally acknowledge that sometimes the best response to life's chaos is just a well-placed, emphatic, and perhaps slightly profane, shut the fuck up.
It's beautiful. A short book by Short Mick.
Enjoy the next 5 pages. So I did it, dude.
Good
Sorry
job.
I didn't read it well because it's so small, but look, I wrote it on my phone last night. You're the witness. It was written there for all of you to see.
All right. What's my
Kept
job
my
in all
word.
this? I gotta write an introduction for you, don't I?
Yeah, you're gonna, and then I got to get somebody to write the foreword or whatever it's called. The foreword.
Well, no, it's your job. You do the forward.
Fuck that. All right. I'll write the foreword.
Yeah, I got to do the intro for you. That'll happen.
By the way, Rambo and Friends just posted in our Rumble.
What's up, guys?
He said, "Shut the fuck up." Rambo and Friends, thank you. By the way, just donated $17 on Rumble.
Oh, thank you, man.
Incredible. This is just blowing my mind. Yeah, it's wild.
Did you watch Breaking Bad, the TV show?
I watched it years later at the absolute demand and insistence of my oldest son, Mikey.
Yeah.
Who told me I would love it. And I was kind of like, nah, everybody loved it. I'll probably hate it. Started watching it. Took me, I don't know, 4 days.
Yeah.
One of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh, dude. And that probably the greatest debut show of a series of all time.
You talking about the pilot?
First show is
the first 12
sucks
minutes.
You right in.
The first 12 minutes, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Incredible. What about it?
So the owner of the Breaking Bad house is she's going to get rid of it. There's a video that went viral. The owner, she's yelling at fans and even spraying them with a hose.
That owns that house.
Yeah, she
that's
put the
got
house
to be
on the market
awful.
for in January for $4 million. You want to see what she did?
Yeah, I'd love to. Do you have video of it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to see it.
Jack Mormon.
Is it showing?
Yeah, get him, Joanne. Get him, Joanne.
Have you seen anything else but Breaking Bad stuff since you've been here? You can take a picture from that corner. Do not get close. And no tripod, no nothing. Just quick snap. Lead. One picture, then you go. You stay across the street, dude. Back up, cowboy.
Hey, here's your house.
No. Yeah, you. Across the street. You don't get in my house.
Mind if I get a picture?
You know what I would do if I was her? I swear to you. You know, I know what I would do.
Everybody, the whole
We'd have
world's a
huge
fan.
shit bucket
Doesn't
out
impress
front.
me.
Yeah.
I would just ignore them.
Okay, just stay on the sidewalk, take your picture, and then you can go.
Anybody biting at $4 million though? That's my question.
I don't know. I don't know why you would buy this house if you know you're going to squirt people with a hose. What'd you expect?
Oh, she bought the house?
Yeah.
I thought it was her house always, and then they rented it.
I think she bought it after the show, and then now she's put the house on the market for $4 million.
And now she hates the house she bought.
Now she hates
but
it.
she didn't know it was going to be this when she bought it after the fucking show was on Breaking
Maybe
Bad.
nobody told her, but I don't know how you could
She's
not
a
tell
dipsh.
somebody when you're selling that house to them.
Dipshit. She's going to complain.
That's like the Full House out in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I think the same thing. There's people that just line up in front of that and take pictures.
Of course you would.
Yeah,
If I had money, you know what I would do? I would buy that house. I'd not board up, but I'd curtain the windows. There'd be nothing in it, zero. And I'd put a donation box out front for pictures that goes to some charity.
Yeah, look, you could actually buy that house as an investment. Like
That's what
you
I mean.
said, and do tours.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then you live somewhere else.
That's what it would be
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to buy the White House and do that, but they won't sell it. I offered them $90,000 too.
You know what Walmart is doing now?
Well, I heard a couple things. I'll let you say it because you may
Yeah.
not want to talk about the thing I also know they're doing. But go ahead.
I probably do, but Walmart is expanding drone delivery now. Yeah, so it's been expanding this service since 2021. Since they launched the drones, over 150,000 deliveries have been made with the service. Walmart will partner on the expansion with drone delivery company Wings to open up the service to customers in Atlanta, Charlotte, Houston, Orlando, and Tampa. And if you live in one of those metros and you want to test the service, you can sign up for notifications on the Wing website. There are weight and size restrictions, so not all items can be delivered with drones. Would you sign up for that?
No.
No?
I don't know. To have drone deliveries?
I mean, I'd want to experience it at least once.
Yeah, I think I would like a plane to pull up in my house and drop some off. That depends what they're delivering.
It's going to be robots soon, man. It's going to be robots.
They're going to be delivering robots?
No. I'm saying it's going to be robots delivering stuff to your house at some point in the near future,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
they're going to drive a car.
I mean, unless you're out there harassing them, maybe they won't come back to your house.
Yeah, I wonder if like a robot's walking up to your house with the door and you go, hey, buddy, I'm over here. And they'll bring it to you, or are they just programmed to go right to the door and drop it?
Yeah, I'm sure they're like a, GPS programmed in their brain.
I'm sorry, I can't come over there, Mickey. I must leave it at the door.
I was told you're inappropriate, Mickey. I can't stay in this house.
I'm told that I have to stay 75 yards away from you at all times.
We watched old episodes of Mickey Talks, and we know what you're all about, sir.
I'd get the first robot Karen. That's my luck. Right. I'd get a robot. She'd walk in the first day. Hi, how are you? And I'd be like, I'm doing great. How are you? And she'd go, good. I need a nap.
I'm not that type of robot.
Yeah,
Mickey.
I'm not that type of robot. And why does my robot sound like RFK Jr.? I have to find what's going on in the labs.
I'm not that type of robot, Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening in there, but I think this robot is hot.
You're being highly inappropriate with me, Mickey.
By the way, I don't care what anybody says about RFK Jr. Yeah. I have no idea if he's batshit crazy or not. I don't know. I have something about the guy I like.
He cares about cleaning up our food, man.
Yeah. I don't know if he knows what he's doing.
That part.
I don't know if he knows what he's doing. I'm not saying he doesn't. I mean, I literally have no idea, but I dig him.
I wonder if he's for this. You know what's becoming the IT treatment, Mick?
The IT treatment?
Yeah, poop pills.
What does that mean?
It's capsules packed with feces, dried poop.
Stop. Next story. Do people eat this?
Dude, you got to hear this.
Oh, my God, Matt.
It's so gross. So
I got to get you a subscription to a different news service or something. Go ahead. What's this one?
Yeah, it's becoming the hot treatment for everything from advanced cancer to liver disease. The fecal transplants are now the focus of UK researchers who are testing whether the freeze-dried stool from healthy donors can knock out antibiotic-resistant bacteria hiding in patients' guts. Some patients in a group were given the crapsules, they're called, and they ended up having healthier gut bacteria. The scientists say poop pills could end up replacing antibiotics to treat many health issues. And I don't know if there's a thing on Netflix, Mick, called Hack Your Health, The Secrets of Your Gut Health. Have you seen that?
No.
It's wild, man. It explores the connection between your gut health and your overall well-being. In the documentary, you watch as they make these poop pills, and then they store them in their fridge. It's pretty nasty,
dude.
But they had some wild side effects too. Like the healthy person would donate their poo pills, right, to like their sister or brother, and then the side effects were like they would pick up that person's acne or even depression. They got somebody's depression
out of their poop.
Yeah. That's the connection that your gut has to like your health and mental health.
Yeah, I know this much. Like, I have something going on in my stomach because it fucks with my breath. Like, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Because I do brush my teeth. I do that stuff. You know what I mean? But like, it's something going on in my stomach, and I get and it's like, it's like drives me crazy. But I've been to the doctor. Like, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what to do.
The answer might be poo pills.
I might have to watch that 2 cups, 1 girl thing or whatever the hell it is. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Dude, you got to see this Netflix documentary. It is
about poop.
It's nasty.
Sorry, I'm going to skip that one. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
Never watching it.
Okay.
I won't do it, Matt. I won't do it.
You wouldn't take poop pills if you knew it would clear your stomach thing up?
I don't think I could.
I couldn't get them down.
Could you swallow somebody else's shit?
I mean, it's probably capsulized in a way that is perfectly fine, but it would be a mental thing for me.
Yeah, I'm literally taking a pill full of somebody else's deuce.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Not happening. I'll take my bad breath.
Well, you know what? Who knows what we're eating, man? When you go to a restaurant, and
I'm pretty sure I'm not eating poop.
The bacteria and stuff that's all over the food and the plates, and the silverware man.
Bon appetit, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you eating at home, enjoy dinner.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah. What else we got?
So there's a neighborhood in Shanghai who moved an entire neighborhood with hundreds of hydraulic legs.
Hundreds of hydraulic legs.
Yeah. So the Shanghai, these engineers, they made a whole neighborhood take a slow walk. The entire block in a historic district of Shanghai weighs about 7,500 tons and dates back to the 1920s. Crews slid a steel frame under the brick homes and hooked up about 432 remote-controlled hydraulic robots that march the frame about 30 feet per day. The crawl moves the block several hundred meters so workers can dig a 3-story underground mall and parking deck below it. Before lifting, the planners built 3D scans and used AI to map weak spots and tight alleys and things like that. And the walk started on May 19th, and the block will return once the dig is all over.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So it'd be like if they went downtown in Fells Point and they grabbed that block that goes from like Max's up to the corner.
Yeah.
Put steel under all that whole block, put legs under that steel, and then that fucking thing just moved it down towards the water, the whole block. They did what they had to do where the houses were. Then when they were done, they bring those houses back and set them back on top of the mall.
All of a sudden, underneath your house, there's like an underground mall and parking garage.
Dude, you know what?
It's incredible, though, right?
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, first time, I wouldn't want to be the first guy in Shanghai to own a house above all this. Because
I don't want to be the first guy in Shanghai to do anything.
Right? Yeah, for
That's
real.
Shanghai, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
That's Shanghai.
Yeah.
You imagine you're drunk one night, you're not paying attention. And you go to work, you come home, right over. You go to work, you get off, you go out, you have a bunch of drinks, and you come home and your house is up the street. What the fuck? What the fuck?
That would be crazy.
That would be insane. You're on a vacation for a month. You come home and your house is down by the water now,
right.
But your neighbor's still the same. Like,
what they say? Like every week it moved 30 feet. So your house.
I thought it was a day.
Yeah,
30 feet a day.
A day. Yeah.
So you're gone for a week at 210 feet.
Right.
Your house just moved down the street.
Yeah. You can't even park.
It's insanity. It's crazy as shit.
It is crazy.
Do you think they would do that here?
That's what I'm saying. It sounds so sketchy. As cool as it sounds super sketchy.
Yeah, I don't understand anymore.
I want to hear what happens, after this is all put together and the underground mall and the parking garage has been operating for a little bit, and then maybe.
Yeah, then tell me what's up.
Yeah,
then let me know how it's going.
Right.
Shanghai.
So Mick, boil in a bag funerals could be coming to the UK pretty soon here.
Matt, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. When you wake up in the morning, I know the first thing you do is a little internet stuff for us. Set up the shows, get them posted, all that stuff.
Right.
I'd see that every morning. I'm so grateful. Then you have to go research the news. So that's what I need to know. What the fuck are you typing in your computer to come up with these stories, dude?
It all comes to me, Mick. It all comes to me.
Incredible sources.
Yeah. Britain may soon let families choose a hot water send-off instead of flames or burial. The Law Commission wants rules that would legalize alkaline hydrolysis, nicknamed boil in a bag or water cremation. In the process, a shrouded body sits inside a sealed steel tube filled with water and an alkaline mix, then heats to about 160 degrees Celsius under pressure. After 4 to 18 hours, only soft bone pieces remain, and they are ground into ash for the family, while the sterile liquid can flow safely into the sewer. Supporters say the method cuts carbon and avoids the mercury and soot from flame cremation, and it needs no extra land either. So,
what's wrong with just throwing them in that thing and burning them? Is that the problem? It releases.
Yeah, they're saying that when they do that, I guess you get extra pollution. There's carbon and mercury.
Well, if there's any way to save the environment, I'm in.
Yeah, you like this, or you like? Would you rather be kind of buried in the?
I don't give a shit what happens to me when I'm dead.
I don't care either.
I don't want to be buried in the
I'm saying
ground.
the way it should be. I know I don't want to be buried in a casket. You know, they're composting people now.
What?
They're composting.
Oh yeah,
people,
they're digging holes, put like 40 bodies in there,
which
right?
is the way it goes. I don't know if I don't know how they do it, but I know that you go back into the earth.
Yeah.
And the earth reabsorbs you, and you become part of nature again instead of being buried in a concrete. Box.
I can't say I'm against it, bro.
Yeah.
I really can't.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I'll have to see it and know
Back
more
to the
about
earth,
it.
right?
Back to the earth. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people go, I don't want worms crawling all over me. I don't want them in my ears.
Yeah,
you're dead.
Yeah, you're not going to care.
You're dead.
Did you hear what Orlando Bloom did?
No.
He spent $13,000 on a procedure to remove microplastics from his blood. But experts are skeptical that it actually works.
What? Are you born with those?
No, it's from all the junk you eat and drink. You know, you're drinking out of plastic bottles, and it's in everything, just like it's in our oceans.
That ends up in your blood, huh?
Well, like I said, they're skeptical. Orlando apparently looked very relaxed as he was hooked up to a machine that is claimed to remove microplastics from the blood. The London clinic offering the 10,000-pound, 2-hour treatment was praised by the actor for ridding his body of toxic chemicals. He's engaged to Katy Perry.
Yeah, lucky bastard.
Who shared a picture having treatment at this place. However, scientists have expressed skepticism regarding the clinic's claims about the procedure, questioning a lack of reliable evidence of its benefits and the price. Scientists have discovered microplastics, which are defined as pieces of plastic smaller than 5 millimeters in human blood, organs, and even the brain. But there's little evidence that has conclusively proven whether these particles directly cause harm to the body or that filtering them will provide health benefits.
I have no idea, man. We talk about shit like that, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even care if I have microplastics in my blood. I don't think. Oh my God.
Well, if it's bad for you,
I honestly believe I'm going to probably live to be late 80s, early 90s, right? I do. I just think that's my life expectancy, right? I don't smoke anymore. I never really did drink. I never really drank. I'm not really I don't do drugs. I mean, I smoke a little bit of weed and I vape it. I don't actually smoke it. I will smoke every now and then if that's all that's there, but I don't smoke that much really and haven't. So I'm relatively healthy. I mean, I'm batshit crazy, but I don't think that kills you. You usually kill yourself.
Well,
you know?
I think medical advancements are moving incredibly fast.
Yeah.
So hopefully, by the time we're in our golden years,
I'll be 5'9".
We'll live to like 112.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I really don't.
It depends on quality of life.
Yeah, quality of life.
And if my loved ones are still around,
my grandmother.
You don't want to outlive everyone you know.
No, and my grandmother lived in 97.
Yeah,
and up until about I would say 96. Man, she was getting up and down steps. I mean, she still went up and down steps at 97, but like she drove into her 90s. Like if I had that kind of life, hell yeah.
My wife's great grandmother came to our wedding. As a matter of fact, she was close to 100 at the time. Was still skiing, by the way.
Yeah, God bless her, man.
Yeah.
Here's my problem, right? Let's say you live to be 110. What age do you stop having sex? Legitimately. What would you say? I mean, what's the average age?
105, 106.
No way. I'm going to look that up real quick. That's an interesting question, isn't it?
What is the question?
What age does the average man stop having sex? I'm finding out. We're incapable of it. What is the average age of a man stopping having sex? Terribly worded question. There isn't a definitive answer. Active well into their 70s and beyond. Some research suggests the decline in regular activity might occur between 75 and 80. There's a lot of old dudes out there still laying it down.
And it's probably going to be even older as time progresses.
Can you imagine 90-year-old balls? Like if you're having sex.
Well, look, did you ever see those memes?
This would be like Big Ben.
Think about that.
Slapping up against.
Did you ever see those memes on social media where they look at people from TV shows in the 70s, like the Archie Bunker, and they show what age they actually were at that time?
They were in their late 40s when All in the Family.
Right. Some of them 30s.
Yeah.
And they look like they were
60s.
60s, 70s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I look at people who are in their 70s now, and they look like they're in their 50s.
Look at Steve Rouse was in here the other day, 74.
Yeah, can't believe looks like he's in his 50s.
It's I think he said 74, 72, something like that.
Yeah.
That guy looks amazing.
Yeah.
There's plenty of, look at Ed Hale.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy looks incredible.
For sure.
Matt, you and I are young looking too. I think we're going to be like silver foxes. I ain't lying.
I got to get rid of the gut, man. We got to get in shape. That's what we got to
Come
do.
on, what's all this
Let's
shit?
do this, man.
Look, dude, I've been trimming. You didn't even say nothing.
What you
telling you.
What have you been doing?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
So I invented a diet. Maybe I didn't invent it, but it's literally what I do. When I eat for 7 minutes and then I stop. Whatever's left on my plate, I stop and I wait 5 minutes.
Why 7 minutes?
Tell you why. Because I caught myself one time. I ate, right? And I was like, I knew when I started because a TV show started like literally at my first bite. And then I got to a point and I was like, how long have I been eating? I looked at the clock and I'm like 7 minutes. And I put my fork down. And 2 minutes later, I was like, I'm actually full. Right?
Are you going to write a diet book too?
I don't even know if it's new. I'm taking credit for something that's probably just like basic dietary shit.
Yeah.
And I'll wait 5 minutes after the 7. If I'm still hungry, I'll eat more. I'll eat for like another 3 or 4 minutes. Then I stop. I'm telling you, first of all, restaurants, I love them. But the portions.
Oh, they're huge now. Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
You look back at the 70s and 80s at what portion sizes were compared to today. They've doubled, tripled, quadrupled even in size.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? I find myself eating half of everything I buy now. I just eat less.
See,
that's the secret.
That's what I need to do. You know what my problem is? I eat well pretty much all day.
Yeah.
I'll eat pretty good during the day. I don't eat until like late in the day. So
Right.
I've kind of done this intermittent fasting that everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
And then I'll eat well and good food. And then I sit down in front of the TV at night right before bed and I eat everything in the cabinet.
Yeah. See, I don't do that.
Destroy everything in the cabinet.
Well, after dinner, I'm usually done.
Yeah.
I've grown a little bit of a dessert thing. I enjoy dessert.
I've got a sweet tooth as
but
well.
I mean, you saw me the other day. I ordered a banana split as dessert at Natalie's, which is phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
But get it without the strawberry ice cream. There's 3. You got chocolate, vanilla.
Strawberry ice cream's good too.
See, that's another thing we got to talk about. I don't know if I can trust you now. You like strawberry ice cream? It's like,
not my favorite,
you know,
but I like it in the Sunday.
Remember when Jack White said, "I don't trust anyone that says they don't like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I can't be their friend." Kind of like that about strawberry ice cream.
Is that right?
I like strawberries. I like the strawberry fruit. It's just something about strawberry ice cream. I don't
see. I'm that way with coffee, and I'm that way with tomatoes too.
You don't like tomatoes?
I don't like tomatoes, but I like everything made from tomatoes. I like sun-dried tomatoes.
I love
like ketchup.
tomatoes.
I like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Everything made from it. Same thing with coffee. Do not like coffee.
Right.
I like coffee flavored ice cream, chocolate covered coffee beans.
Yeah.
Love the smell of coffee brewing in the morning.
But you don't drink it?
I don't drink it.
Is it the taste? Have you ever tried it?
Yes, it's definitely the bitterness
of the
coffee.
When you tried coffee, was it black?
I've tried black, and I've also tried coffee that had, creamer or whatever.
Did you ever try it with sugar?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't want to drink a milkshake every morning either.
That's not. That's such horse shit.
No, I'm saying that's what I would have to do.
Oh, I
like
see what you're
coffee,
saying. That much sugar?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a basic.
And a ton of creamer, which has
I go
tons
in.
of calories.
I go into Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Yeah.
And I say all the time, I'll just have a coffee, cream, sugar, a little bit of ice. Like no extra sugar, just cream, sugar, a little bit of ice, just because it's so fucking hot. You can't drink it for 10 minutes.
Right.
I hate that.
I'm the same way.
So I have them drop a little cubes of ice in there.
Yep.
And it cools it down so you can drink it right away. And I got to be honest with you, it's still hot, but I got to be honest. I could drink it all day, but I don't because I'd be, but I love it.
Yeah, you never get to sleep at night.
I love coffee.
Yeah.
Love it. But I don't like decaf.
A little bit of coffee is good for you, though.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
It's good for your stomach.
Yeah.
It's good for a lot of blood.
Right.
It's good for a lot of things.
Definitely.
Yeah, without a doubt. But yeah, I'm not eating a poop pill. Going back to that story. I'm just saying.
Hey, you're a fan of Wizard of Oz, right?
Movie? The movie Wizard.
Did we talk about that?
Oh my God. It's one of the
about
greatest movies
of course.
ever.
So Wizard of Oz is headed to the Sphere in Vegas. So you've seen The Wizard of Oz, of course, but not like this.
Yeah.
The iconic 1939 film is headed to the Sphere in Las Vegas for what's being billed as an immersive experience. So you're going to feel the rush of the tornado. You're going to smell the flowers when Dorothy lands in Oz. And you're going to get apparently scared out of your seat by the flying monkeys that
Wow.
come in as well. And the score has been remastered as well with re-recorded orchestrations. The Wizard of Oz will be hitting the Sphere on August 28th. And we'll have multiple showings each day, but it won't be cheap. They're saying tickets are going to start at $104.
I would pay $100 to see that in a situation like that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Wouldn't you, man?
Oh, I would love that. I got to get out there for something.
You mean the Vegas?
Well, to Vegas, but specifically to see something in the Sphere. You know?
Do you want to go to you want to go do the podcast out there?
Definitely.
All right, I'm going to call the Palms tomorrow and see if they
Yeah?
got room for us. Yeah.
All right. What do you got? Some mob
Well, they've
connections
been
out
really
there?
getting on me about bringing the show out there, so we'll see how it goes. That's always been one of my favorite things to do with these shows is act like we're huge stars. Like I just tell bullshit stories. Yeah,
You know,
Matt,
we gotta turn them down just because we got so
yeah,
much going
I
on
mean,
right here. You know?
Jesus, if I get one more call from Radio City Music Hall,
Right.
will we do the podcast there? No.
New York traffic is just
Jesus.
so,
God.
you know.
The worst.
So did you know that old books can be poisonous? Did you know about that?
No. It does let me guess why. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to take a shot here.
Go ahead.
Either the paper that they made it out of has a toxin over time, or the ink can possibly become poisonous to human skin after a while.
This is what it is. In the 1800s, printers mixed arsenic and copper into vivid emerald bindings. So flakes can irritate eyes and lungs, and heavy handling may cause more harm.
Wow.
So they've developed this this pocket-sized scanner from the University of St. Andrews that now spots poisonous Victorian book covers in a blink. Because testing was slow and costly, libraries often bagged or locked away thousands of suspected volumes. This new device shines a colored light on a cover. The reflected pattern is a fingerprint for the toxic pigment, giving an instant yes or no result. And yeah, my parents inherited all these really old books. I got to call them and talk to them about it because they've got an entire bookcase full of really old books from, I think most of them from the 1800s. So
Yeah,
Okay,
Matt,
we'll
what
get
the
to
hell is wrong with you? Better get you're letting your parents die.
call my parents right now. Will you get them on the phone?
I'd love to, but I don't know what the hell to say to them.
Tell them to check the books.
Your son doesn't care about you guys. He's letting you read poisonous books. Thank God I don't read. I don't have to worry. No, I'm kidding. Do you like reading books?
I do. I love reading books.
I love
I'm
reading
doing a
books.
lot more audiobooks these days than reading.
Yeah.
but
I'm listening to 2 books right now. I only listen to them in my car by myself. And I usually pick like a weird sort of like rock and roll book. Like, you know, I'm listening to one called Nothing But a Good Time. And it's all about the Sunset Strip in the 80s. And
that's awesome.
and it's really focuses on like Randy Rhoads, Quiet Riot, those early Sunset Strip bands,
Yeah.
Motley Crue, all that stuff. And it's fascinating to see how that whole scene developed and where other guys were at the time that it took off and where they ended up. Like it's you have to look that book up. It's called Nothing But a Good Time.
Yeah, it sounds right up my alley too.
Yeah, it's right up your alley.
All those rock books, especially the biographies and
Oh.
autobiographies, I love those.
They're the best. Did you read
Yeah.
Keith Richards?
No.
Dude, when he talks about Mick Jagger and oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just incredible. I love that. But then I'll also like another book I'm listening to right now. This is so weird. Is about how the Muslim world separated into different types of Muslims.
Yeah.
The Shiite and the Sunnis. And
See, you and I are both fascinated about all the religion and
Yeah.
philosophy
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I love those books. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so wild. It's so freaking cool. So that I'm not getting any poison from it though.
Not reading any.
There was some poison in
1800s.
No, and there was some poison in that first book, Nothing But a Good Time, a different type of poison. These guys wore lipstick and eyeliner.
Brett Michaels. Yes.
Hey, if you would have been around then, would you have done that long hair, the lipstick? And
I was around then, and no, I did not. But
But
there was a
if you
guy
were-
in my high school I remember who wore spandex and he teased the hair up.
Yeah, God
And,
bless him.
I don't know if he wore makeup, but
Yeah.
I definitely
His-
had I had big hair back then though.
You did do the big hair?
Yeah, I had really long, big hair, and didn't wear the spandex or anything like that.
Now, when you went to Curly, right?
Yeah, for a year I did.
At Curly, did you have long hair?
No, they wouldn't let you. They would
Yeah,
take
I was
you in
gonna
the
say.
bathroom and shave you if you had facial hair there.
Yeah, no, it was great. Right. Yeah.
Back in that day.
Yeah, they don't like
right?
it scratching.
Yeah.
Let's. Yeah, one brother gets a thigh rash, the rest of us got to shave. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I'm going to hell for that one, dude.
Yeah, the hair didn't get long, so I went to public school after that.
Yeah. Say it again.
Yeah, my hair didn't get long until I went to the public school.
Which public school?
Perry Hall.
Oh, you went to Perry Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of long-haired dudes back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jarrett Lembeck. You remember Jarrett?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was friends with Jarrett.
I'm
friends with Jarrett.
Jarrett, what a great guy he is. Love that dude. He's like a DJ, right? And does karaoke and trivia nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude. If you ever see that name, Jarrett
and a
Lembeck.
musician,
Yeah.
singer.
Yeah. If you ever see Jarrett Lembeck, go out and have a good time and tell him Mickey and Matt said hi.
Yeah, he's all over town. If you're
Yeah,
in
good
Maryland,
dude.
for sure. Well, the Denver police say that a driver fled the scene of a crash with an officer inside the vehicle. So they said one of its officers had a close call this past Sunday after a suspect crashed the vehicle and then tried to flee the scene with the officer in the car. Police said the crash occurred around 3:46 p.m. And when officers arrived, they found an unresponsive person inside a white GMC Yukon. Authorities said an officer entered the vehicle to turn it off and render aid to the driver when the driver suddenly regained consciousness and tried to flee the scene with the officer still inside. A few blocks away, police used a precision immobilization technique and forced the Yukon into a light pole, bringing it to a stop. Officers then took the suspect into custody. No one, luckily, was injured in the crash, said the police, and the case remains under investigation.
That's crazy. Have you seen the video of the girl that gets in the back of that woman's police car because she thinks it's an Uber?
No.
Dude, and it's a clearly marked police car.
Yeah.
This girl gets in the back and the cop is like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She goes, oh, it's cool. I just need to go to the bar. I'm 21. And the cop literally goes, what the get out. And she's like, why? She's like, get out of the car. And she locks her up.
She really thought it was an Uber, huh?
I mean, that's what she said.
Yeah.
But like, how do you get in a car? She wasn't that drunk. I just think the
Have
girl.
you ever been that drunk that you thought a car was something that it wasn't?
I've been so drunk that I walked up to my door and it wouldn't open. So I pounded on it. And then my neighbor answered because I was at his house.
Is that right?
I swear to God, I lived in a townhouse in Perry Hall.
And you went to the wrong house?
I was so hammered. And I got dropped off at the corner, right? I'm just walking down my street.
Did the houses look a lot similar?
You know, they're the stupid fucking townhouses. Yeah. You know, they're all connected.
Yeah.
I'm just hammered. I thought I was in my lawn. My lawn's next door. I walked right up. On my door lock. Bang, bang, bang. My neighbor goes, Mickey, what's up? I'm like, that was my house.
You knew your neighbor.
What that?
At least you knew the
neighbor.
neighbor.
She was amazing. Her name was Kathy. She was so nice. She had a daughter. Oh my God, I have to call my ex-wife to remember her daughter. Oh my, shame on me. Shame on me. I have a lot of forgotten things. Are you starting to forget things yet?
Oh yeah. It started happening for me right around COVID 2020, I think.
That's when it happened for me, man.
I know, man. And people are saying the side effects from the shot.
What shot did you get? What company?
I can't remember. How about that?
I know what shot I got, and I think I'm okay. I got the Johnson & Johnson one.
I didn't get that. I got what were the other ones again?
Was it Pfizer or
I think I got Pfizer.
Pfizer and the other one, I think it began with an E.
I got Pfizer, I'm pretty sure.
I wish I could read Rumble. They'll tell us all the fucking ingredients in it and everything.
By the way, let's thank Rumble again for all the donations during the show today. We appreciate you. And yesterday.
And Rambo and Friends gifted $5, I think. But I don't know what the yellow gift means but it's $5.
We're still learning.
But thank you, Rambo. I mean, he's been an incredible guy for us.
Micro Tool Maker, is that his name?
I think that's his name.
Yeah.
I can't find him on here yet. I don't really know how to do this.
He donated yesterday, I know. So thank you.
Dude, he donated big yesterday for us.
Yeah.
These people are just, I'm noticing something, Matt, and it's really interesting. When you're and the people on Facebook, we can't really interact yet. We're so close to monetizing this thing properly where we can actually have a producer and all that stuff. I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah.
And we talked today. You're feeling good about what's happening. I'm feeling good. But this Rumble audience is just, they're amazing. Like I don't
It's
know.
a really cool community, man.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, and there's all kind of different belief systems going on there in Rumble. But
I
I'll
find
tell
it
you,
all fascinating.
I do too. I don't judge anyone for anything. We've talked about it.
No, we're
and
learning some stuff.
We're
actually.
learning things, and we're just so grateful. And so thank you, Rumble. Is that it, Matt? That's the facts, Matt?
That's the facts, Matt.
Another hour and 15 minutes of news.
We haven't even done music yet. There's a big music story.
I'm so ready. We're getting right into it.
Yeah.
Brought to us by Natalie's Seafood. Natalie's is, by the way, I didn't load it.
I know. I just realized that.
There is a new commercial done for Natalie's, which you will see tomorrow. We are so thankful to have them on board with us. You cannot believe.
Is it in the computer here?
Yep. Can you pull it up real quick? Go to the folder down the bottom. Go, do that. Now go under the D. Go under the D down the bottom. Keep going down. See the one that says Natalie's? And go to Natalie's. And there should be one with a number 2.
Natalie's 2.
Yeah. Go ahead and play that. Can we do it? Let's see if it works.
We can do it.
All right, for anybody on Rumble that's not local or anybody watching that's not local, this is our sponsor, Natalie's Seafood. It's shot on a phone real quick. This is just a temporary commercial. They're sending me all the stuff. But here, Music Minute brought to us by Natalie's Seafood. Hit it, buddy. Fresh, mouth-watering seafood. Come to Natalie's Seafood Kitchen in Falston. From crispy crab cakes to an amazing lobster ravioli. We're serving up all your favorites, hot, fresh, and made with love. Family owned, locally loved, Natalie's is where flavor meets freshness. Located right in the heart of Falston, right off of Route 1. Taste the difference at Natalie's. Natalie's is where flavor meets freshness.
All right, Natalie Seafood brings you Matt's Music Minute here. And the big news today, Mick, of course, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys died today at the age of 82.
Man.
Founder and creative of and the genius of the Beach Boys, and longtime solo artist as well. The architect of the West Coast pop genre, focused on cars and surfing. He himself was not a surfer, though, but his uncanny songwriting gift and an ear for conceiving and arranging magnificent studio creations rich with harmony and innovative ideas made him one of the all-time greats.
Do you mind if I read what my 21-year-old son wrote?
Of course not, because it's beautiful. I read it earlier.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's really the fact that my son, who is only 21, loves music, but to write like this about someone like Brian Wilson, listen to this. Today, the world lost one of the greatest musical minds to ever live. But for me, it feels even deeper than that. Brian Wilson didn't just make music, he shaped my music. Without him, I wouldn't have the taste I have. I wouldn't hear harmonies the way I do. I wouldn't chase the strange, the emotional, the layered beauty and sound the way I always have. He wasn't just a Beach Boy. He was the Beach Boy. He turned vulnerability into an art, pain into genius. Brian Wilson made it okay to be sensitive in music. God, I'm just filling up reading it. Whew. To be sensitive in music, to be human, to be brilliant and broken in the same breath. I love so much love to him, and I hope he knew how many people like me very quietly, guided by his talent all these years. Thank you, Brian. You made the world sound more beautiful than it ever would have been without you. That's my son writing a tribute.
He's wise beyond his years, man.
It's really like, when you see your kids do things like that, there's a part of you that goes, holy shit.
And a very cultured taste in music.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, one of the things, and I'm telling you, I take no credit for this other than an insane amount of pride. When he was little, I would play music and he would listen to it. And then he would go, I just don't like it, Dad. Or, oh my God, who is this? Like, I always just played different types of shit.
Yeah.
And he took that, and what he's done with his mind musically is just, it's unreal. Like, I'm reading that today. It was just mind blowing.
Yeah, well, he's turning you on to stuff now, right?
Dude, I mean, he's coming back on the show soon. We're going to do an extended Matt's Music Minute.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it.
Did you hear what
Thank
happened
you
with,
for letting me read that.
Of
man.
course,
Yeah.
of course. Did you hear what happened with R. Kelly here?
What happened? He get arrested at a urinal? What the hell happened?
His attorneys say prison officials recruited a fellow inmate to kill him.
Wait. Prison officials recruited the guy?
Yeah, listen to this story. R. Kelly is asking to cut short his 30-plus year sentence for racketeering, sexual abuse, and child pornography based on strange new claims that jail officials tried to solicit a fellow inmate to kill him. The disgraced R&B star made the eyebrow-raising allegations in a Tuesday court filing, asking to be released from the Federal Correctional Institute in Butner, North Carolina. That's where he's serving a multitude of decades after being convicted in 2 separate criminal cases. Kelly claims he's no longer safe behind bars because prison officials are trying to have him killed to keep from revealing prosecutorial misconduct he recently uncovered, namely that his pretrial cellmate stole his attorney-client communications and shared these private messages with prosecutors. According to the motion, prison officials tried to stop this damaging information from getting out by soliciting fellow inmate Michael Glenn Stein, a member of the Aryan Brotherhood prison gang, to kill Kelly.
Jesus Christ.
Kelly's lawyers say that while Stein ultimately did not go through with the alleged assignment, the threat still lingers. Brindley added that Kelly's legal team is seeking clemency from President Donald Trump, saying Trump is, the only one with both the power and the courage to curb such alleged prosecutorial corruption. The judge set a hearing on the matter for tomorrow in Chicago.
Let me tell you, in my opinion, Matt, what should happen there? They should remove him.
Put him in protective custody
That's
in the jail.
Fuck his sentence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Your sentence ain't getting reduced. I wish they would have killed you.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Right. Put him in another prison.
Yeah, just put him in another prison and fire all those guys without a doubt. Like, you don't want that shit happening, but at the same time, you're not getting off. You're disgusting.
Yeah. Kelly was convicted of a slew of sex crimes at 2 separate federal trials. A New York jury found him guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking in 2021, and he was convicted of child pornography and enticing minors for sex in Chicago in 2022. Hard to find any compassion for the guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I could care less about him. I'm not trying to be salacious. I just don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't care. I wish that guy would have got to him. I really do. When you do stuff like that, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's happening with him in there. I'm sure there's been stuff that's been going on.
I bet he doesn't sit comfortably.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I hope not, anyway.
They do not take kindly to
that stuff.
Child predators and people who beat women.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about Macklemore. 2 men broke into Macklemore's Seattle home on Saturday and bear sprayed the nanny while his kids were asleep in their rooms. It was a home invasion. The nanny escaped and called 911, and the thieves reportedly made off with thousands of dollars worth of items.
At least nobody was hurt.
That's true. Yeah, she escaped, but the 3 children were still inside the house, the report said, and also added that the house belonged to a high-profile individual in when they called it in, and she believed that the crime may have been politically motivated for some reason.
Macklemore?
Macklemore, yeah.
Isn't he that rapper, that young white rapper that did stuff about depression and mental health early on? I think my boys were really into him.
You hear what's
one
wild,
time.
man? Macklemore did Noise in the Basement at Baltimore Soundstage way back in the day. He was amazing.
Was he a rapper then?
He was a rapper and had a huge college audience that came out that night. And he was great. And super cool guy, down to earth.
What a cool story.
Fans. Yeah.
I mean, my cool story was my kids liked them. Yours is way fucking cool.
Yeah. So the nanny apparently began to scream when they got in the house. So they got her up and pinned her against the wall. The shorter one held her mouth shut, the report said. And at this point, the nanny tried to kick the shorter one in the groin, but was unable to. So she bit into his hand really hard, causing him to let go. She then fled through the bathroom and out of the house and knocked on numerous residences before someone opened the door and allowed her inside to call the police. When the police arrived, they searched the house, which showed obvious signs of disarray, and safely extracted the 3 children. The report said that a number of family members responded to the scene and took custody of the children for the evening.
Holy
Horrifying,
crap.
right? Can you imagine?
Oh, my God, no. Can you blame the house lady from leaving the house with the kids in it, though?
Well, I mean,
that is such. I was thinking about that, and then I'm like, what would I expect of that person? I
Look,
don't
if
know.
you're unarmed and there are a bunch of guys in there, I mean, what are you going to do to protect them other than to try to get help to the house, right? I mean, that's a tough call, man.
Yeah,
are you going to fight 3 guys with guns?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you had a chance to escape and get police there, what would you do?
I don't know. I mean, if they were my kids, they're going to have to kill me if they're my kids.
Well, right. You know, if you have access to the kids, you're going to go in with the kids and try to keep them calm, I guess, right?
Yeah,
tell them to take whatever they want.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, I got breaking news if it's true. You know Rob Heckman.
Yeah.
Credible guy, right?
Sure.
He just sent us both something, and it says that YouTube has changed their monetization requirements, and it's only 500 subscribers.
Yeah, you know, I actually knew that. I think to get the full deal, not to bore people with this, but to get the full monetization, you still need 1,000. But you're right, there's some kind of lower 500 level.
Yeah, but it was interesting.
Yeah,
that he sent that for us.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie. Hey, are you you know, one of these times in the Music Minute, we should have a discussion where you and I we vote on things, right? Not like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but we should do it with my son here. It'd be a great day where we make like categories. All right, greatest guitarist. We argue that for a minute, settle. Greatest vocalist. We argue that, settle. You know what I mean?
I like it. Maybe we'll come up with those topics in advance, and we each come.
That's
in with
what
our
I mean.
lists.
We come in with our lists, and we say,
it.
"Yeah, we're going to do that." Because I really like doing the music.
That's a great idea.
The Music Minute.
Yeah.
Because you can talk about anything, you know, once you're inside of that.
Sure.
I dig it, man. We got anything else or?
Yeah. So David Bowie and Mick Jagger's Dancing in the Street is getting its 40th anniversary reissue. That was 40 years ago, Mick.
Dude, I remember that video like it was yesterday.
Of course.
I think I was 16. And then I love that I love that song in the first place.
Right.
But I think Van Halen's version is the best.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like that version the best, but you're right. That video is legendary.
Oh.
For the 40th anniversary of the duet, a limited edition white vinyl 12-inch will be released on August 29th. Jagger says we had such a laugh doing Dancing in the Street with both the song recorded in the studio and the video done in one day. He said it's remarkable how we pulled it off, really. The video is hilarious to watch now. We enjoyed camping it up and trying to impersonate each other's moves. You know, they were trying to do it at performing at Live Aid on July 13th, 1985 with Bowie in London and Mick Jagger in Philly.
Yeah.
But the satellite link up between the two countries meant a half-second of delay,
and fucked them
rendering
all
the
up.
plan impossible.
Yeah.
So instead, they convened at West Side Studios in London on June 29th to record the song, and then over to Spiller's Millennium Mills in the East End to shoot the video with director David Mallet. So that kind of came together out of it was a happy mistake.
Yeah, right? And I mean, I love the song, and I'm a huge Bowie fan, and I think Mick Jagger's just the greatest. Like, I can watch that guy do anything.
For sure.
But it is funny. And also what's amazing about that story, it's so rare, like that thing they're releasing. You know what I mean? And it's so even more rare that you get the words 12 inches and white in the same sentence. Like, it's so rare you get to read that. So I was really happy with that story.
I don't know if you heard, but Kanye West may have changed his name again.
Did he really?
To Ye Ye.
Ye Ye, which is German for I hate Jews. I don't know if you know that or not. God, that guy needs to go away.
He legally changed his name from Kanye Omari West to Ye in 2018. He's now going by the moniker Yee Yee. In business documents filed in California, he appears to have made another switch.
That guy is bat shit crazy.
You know his kids' names?
Northwest.
You do know. It's Northwest.
No,
it's not West.
I thought
he shares kids with
his name is
Kim
Kanye
Kardashian.
West.
Oh, well, yeah, right.
Her name is Northwest.
Right.
So it's North, and then what was that? No, Jay-Z's got the blue, right?
North is 11.
Yeah.
Saint is
That's
9.
it. Yeah.
Chicago is 7.
Can you imagine you're a kid and your name is Chicago?
And Psalm is 6, like Psalm from the Bible.
I mean, I gave my son the name Carlin, but it sounds like a name, like a human name.
Right.
You call somebody Carlin. Chicago? Here comes my son, Bobcat. You know what I mean? Like you just
Yeah.
name rant. I mean, I know he's from Chicago. I'm not naming a kid Hamilton. You know what I mean? That's
Do you
where
know
I
why
grew
he
up.
changed his name to Yee?
No.
He said he was drawn to the word yay for a name because it's the most commonly used word in the Bible.
Well, it's Yah. Y-A is Yah. That's Hebrew.
Well, it's Y-E is his name. In the Bible, it means you, he explained.
Oh, I'm
In a
sorry.
2018 interview at the time, West also named his 8th studio album Yay, explaining that it was more of a reflection of who we are. Whatever
Wow.
that means.
Yeah, I have no respect for that guy anymore.
No,
I mean, musically, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I guess.
I mean, come on.
People call him a musical genius.
I mean, beats wise, producer and melodies and stuff. And I mean, musically, the
I'm
guy's.
just not a fan of
I'm
any
not
of his music. I was never, even before he became a
thought-
Nazi.
I thought Gold Digger. I thought Gold Digger was. I love that song.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a great song.
Yeah,
But and I don't know enough of his other shit, and I don't know enough about rap
I don't either.
to judge it. I just go with other people that I do respect telling me that musically. But he might be on the top. He might be in the Mount Rushmore of batshit crazy entertainers.
Oh, of course.
I mean, he's right up there with some of the
And
goofiest,
he's the guy that needs the conservancy.
without a doubt.
Conservatorship.
Whatever it is. By the way, it looks like Britney Spears. We might have jumped the plug on that one, getting her out. I'm just saying, like, I'm glad she's free, but I don't know if really she's in control of everything she's thinking. I just want to put it like that.
One more. It's a Gene Simmons story for you.
Yep.
He and Harrison Ford. Gene posted a picture of him and Harrison Ford taking home the Universal Smile Award. Gene Simmons posted a photo on Instagram, and they were holding the award he received last week at Operation Smile's annual Smile Fiesta in L.A. Operation Smile, founded in 1982, is a nonprofit that provides cleft lip and palate repair surgeries to children worldwide. Since 2022, the organization, their services have been available at 38 Smile centers around the world. He says it was an honor to receive the award. It was presented by his wife, Shannon Tweed, and his son, Nick, alongside the powerful and attractive Harrison Ford. Proceeds from the event benefit the Operation Smile Los Angeles.
I want to thank Indiana Jones for standing next to me. You know, a lot of people don't know that when Harrison and I met, it was in a tomb. I was looking for a Kiss coffin that had been stolen. And I can't even finish it. Like, he's just the funniest dude in the world. I love Gene Simmons.
I'm actually selling pictures of my smile right now on kissonline.com. If you look, buy a picture of my Kiss smile.
If you'd like a picture with me and I'm smiling in it, you can have that for $1,000 at kiss.com.
Or right now, if you put up $5,000 at kissonline.com, I will smile at you for 5 minutes on Zoom right now.
You can buy a $5,000 5-minute smile. Can you imagine you get Gene up?
Make you feel wonderful.
You get Gene on the Zoom and this is all you see? Just 5 minutes of this. Leave it go, Matt. See how long till people just get sick of it.
I don't know. We might be getting Rumble donations right now. You never
I
know.
Right now, instead of getting Rumble subscriptions, we're getting Rumble cancellations. That's what we're getting. That's hilarious, man.
That's Matt's Music Minute.
Thank you, Matt.
sir.
You are the best in this show. That's for sure. You are the best music reporter on this channel. That's a fact. Nobody's taking that away from
That's
you, my
right, man.
friend.
I'm number one at something.
Hey, tomorrow on the big program, we have the legendary Baltimore concert promoter and event organizer, Paul Manna, 24/7 entertainment on the program. We'll talk about the trifecta. We'll talk about everything that Paul does.
All the incredible concerts he's booked over the years.
I mean, here's a guy that had bands like All Time Low, Laughing Colors. What was that original band? Not
Yeah,
original.
He
that covered his
brought
original
bands up from the early days until they were just, a lot of bands he booked in those early
Average
club
Joes.
days.
Remember them?
Yeah,
The Average Joes?
Or they're now playing arenas.
Yeah. I mean, some of the bands he worked with over time are just incredible. And he's a great dude. So I'm really looking forward to him. Once again, I want to thank some people. I don't know like how Rumble works, but you're amazing people. Of course, want to thank Joe Rambo, Rambo and Friends. He's got so many people watching. I want to thank Parallel Media. Awesome. Parallel
Yes,
Media. They
of
were on.
course.
Rambo and Friends. Your guys are great. Where's that? Another Jenny 71. Thank you so much. And thank you for asking if my son was named after George Carlin. Actually, no, it's a guy named Steve Carlin, lived up the street. No, yes, I'm kidding. Of course, it was George. Thank you to everyone that's watching this show.
And just for the Rumble people that are just joining us,
Yeah.
we are not able to see everything live
In real time.
like a lot of the Rumble
Right.
people are.
Yeah.
We're getting that worked out. So thank you for all of your donations. We got yesterday anyway. I guess we'll see when we get off the air if we got any today.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell
Yeah.
anything. I know Joe Rambo and Friends made donations.
Right. So thank you.
Thank you to them. Amazing show again, Matt. Thank you so much. Huge things happening right now. We met with a guy. Should we say? I don't want to say who.
Don't say who.
I don't want to say who, but I want to say what they represent.
Yeah.
A guy that has, I don't know, 30 years in radio, program director at some huge stations. And he reached out and basically wants to help us and help promote us. And this, things are really starting to happen. And pretty soon you're not going to listen to the radio anymore. You're not, unless you want to hear music, which you probably don't listen to the radio for music anymore anyway. We will not have Ravens and Oriole games on here, so feel free to tune in where that's appropriate. But anybody else, we're going to, our mission is to be the most listened to thing in the afternoon around 5 o'clock. And Matt, we were supposed to do a morning show this week, and it's my fault that we didn't.
Yeah, I slept in this week.
Yeah, me too. But next week, I want to plan it right now to see if you're good with it.
I got to look at the calendar. I know next week will not work at all. I'll tell you why when we get off the air. Maybe the following week.
You know, Matt, listen, I'm all for you doing this stud service thing that you've started, but it's interfering with the
Gotta pay
show.
the bills, man.
Yeah. How many studdings you have to do next? You're like a Preakness winner, for God's sake. I'm kidding. All right, buddy. Great show, Matt. And I don't say this enough to you, so I'll say it on the show. Thanks for everything, man.
Oh, dude,
we would not be
thank
here.
you, man.
We would not be where we are without
It's a partnership.
But you have brought so much to the table, and please don't ever think that I am not grateful and that I don't recognize it.
I appreciate it. I feel the same way, brother.
Well, you should. All right, we will see everybody tomorrow at 5, and then of course Friday live at Natalie's Seafood Kitchen. Thank you to sponsors. By the way, a new sponsor may be on board within a couple days. Things are happening. Thank you. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow at 5. Mickey Talks is everywhere now. Get on it.